It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out, it's trash day. Putting you out of my mind. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day. I'm putting you out, trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind. Now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up, now I'm gonna clean up the house. I'm taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage, taking all your garbage out. It's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day, I'm putting you out, it's trash day, I'm putting you out of my mind.
It's time! It's time! It's Can Crusher time!
Wow, and that is completely fitting today, Paul. Mark Martinez alongside Paul Bullers as just got the word less than an hour ago. Heartfelt, sorries, everything going out to the family of Leon White, Big Van Vader, as he passes away today following a 2-year battle of congestive heart failure.
It's a very sad day for big men in the sport because Vader was one of the best big men to ever do it, pretty much.
Oh, without a doubt. The way he moved in the ring, he was innovative. Before Tommy Dreamer even had the word innovative. Doing moonsaults off the top rope, just one of the best.
Definitely one of the guys that led the way for the big guys to move like they do and the athleticism.
He was a 13-time champion all around the world, wrestled in New Japan, WCW, great battles with The Undertaker, Rick Rude, Hogan, Flair. The list can go on, Paul. It really can.
One of my favorite ones was when he battled Kane, when Kane first came in, and it was one of the better rivalries he had.
Yeah, that was mid to late 90s. I don't get that right because I remember early 90s when he was fighting Cactus Jack, Mankind, Mick Foley, wherever he exactly was at that time. He had huge matches in WCW. On Saturday nights, they couldn't even show some of the matches because they got bloody. But on March 16th, 1994, both their careers completely changed as Mick Foley gets stuck in the ropes. It was a strap match with Vader, and he just lost his ear. That's the way that Foley loses his ear. A lot of people don't remember that. I said, it's early 90s, so it's this. He's a WWE Hall of Famer. Hats off to Vader. Take a minute today. If you have not watched Vader matches, watch some Vader matches. He's a great, great guy.
I guess in Can Crusher style, we'll give him the 2-crack salute.
Wow.
That'll bring us into our beer today. We're coming from DuBois, Pennsylvania, close to home. This is the Whiskey Barrel Aged Flapjacks from Doc G's Brewery.
This is amazing.
Tastes like breakfast.
It does. It's 11% alcohol, so we might be a little tuned in by the time this is done. It's a dark beer. It really is.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
That'll,
Good thing nobody has to go to work after the show.
That'll bite you.
This is a great beer. Doc G's, I've been down there. They brew their own. They got great food, too. I'll give them props for everything. They have great food down there, so get down there. It's Long Avenue, I believe.
Something along them lines.
Yeah. Check them out online, and want to give a nice shout out to Justin Placer. First donation for Can Crushers.
Free stuff. We like free stuff.
Yeah. Send us anything. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter. We'll give you all that at the end of the show. Instagram, so on and so forth. But, yeah, this is a great beer. I'm really feeling it already after 2 drinks. Complete lightweight. I've also had a little bit of rough time in the shower when we got home.
Whoa. Family show. Kind of a fan.
It's
Not
over
a family
21.
Show, but never mind. I don't want to hear about you in the shower.
My loofah broke, so now I have to get a new loofah. So hopefully Kelly runs over to
# first world
the
problems.
Super Center. But I guess we'll send it out and come back recap Money in the Bank, huh?
Oh, thank God.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Can Crushers as we get set to talk about Money in the Bank. And let me tell you, just looking at our sheet, our predictions were pretty much right on. You owe beer next week, bucko.
Well, what a shot to the nuts that is.
Oh. Let's start off right with the pre-show. It was the Bludgeon Brothers against the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. And I was actually still doing some work around the house when this match went on. It wasn't anything that piqued my interest. Bludgeon Brothers win,
Yeah. I mean, Anderson and Gallows, they're a good team, fun to watch, but they're not going to beat the Bludgeon Brothers. Somebody big's going to come through to do that, and I don't know who they're going to bring up yet, but
we can talk about that in SmackDown.
Yeah.
Next match, not in order, just the way we have them written down. Lashley against Zayn. This match was 3 suplexes and see you later.
Well, I'm good with that.
Bobby Lashley wins. Next match, we're going to talk about, and this is actually the one that separated us, Paul. If you want to go by points, we were still tied, so it doesn't matter. But you picked Rollins, I picked Elias. It was my favorite match of the night. One-on-one matches, I'll put it that way.
It was probably the best match of the night.
Right.
One-on-one, I guess you could say.
Right. But I don't know where the booking's going after it, and we'll talk about that coming up as well. But Rollins gets the win. Elias looks great. I think, he's going to get another match at Extreme Rules. He's going to get a rematch, a couple weeks down the line on Raw.
We'll talk about that when we get to Raw.
We got a lot to talk about later. Next match, Mella against Asuka.
Welcome back, James Ellsworth.
Oh, man, this guy...
He's Asuka too.
Yeah, Asuka too? Is that like a Mouseketeer or something?
Pretty much.
I just don't understand why Asuka was so freaked out about him. Like, why is there no backstory? There shouldn't be more than one Asuka.
I'm telling you, there's a backstory coming, but the way she just stopped and stared at Asuka 2. Asuka 2. The way she stopped and stared at Asuka 2, there's something going on there.
Right, but I actually like that Mella won that match. Reading some stuff just because I'm a nerd. People are saying they're burying Asuka already. No, they're not. Asuka's going to get her championship. She's going to hold it for a heck of a long time. Mella still needs it to be a little relevant to build her up to be next to Sasha and Bayley and all that. And she's fun to watch. She really is fun to watch. Mella wins. Next match, Ronda against Nia Jax.
We're both right. Ronda wins.
Right.
But she doesn't win the title.
No, because the person who wins the women's ladder match cashes in and walks out. I liked that match. The Ronda-Nia Jax match had me interested.
It was good. Ronda's still really fast.
She's too fast for her own good, Paul.
Well, for right now. I mean, she's going to get it. The show part will come. But she's just, like, it's hard to watch sometimes. And it's hard for, I think, the other wrestlers to keep up with her. And she might end up hurting somebody. So she has to slow down.
Another thing that I noticed on Ronda is, God, I love her. I really do. You can see that she wants to be in wrestling. She loves it. She said she has the passion. Way back when she was a kid, she watched it. She can't smile every time as soon as she walks down the entrance ramp. Or, she's got a bigger smile than anybody. She's just so happy to be there.
Than anybody? Even your girl Bayley?
Well, no. But Bayley's got her own issues coming up.
Up next, Big Cass and Daniel Bryan. Can we say, we don't have to say Big Cass. That's another good news. We don't have to say Big Cass anymore after we talk about SmackDown. We'll go for that in a minute. But Daniel Bryan wins.
We knew that. We knew it. just knowing what happens next blows my mind. But Daniel Bryan wins, sets up for something down the line. Next match is Roman against Jinder.
I was not. I was
Bathroom break.
Yeah, I was playing on my phone.
Actually, I did watch this. It wasn't a bathroom break. I enjoyed the living crap out of this match. Not the match. The fans were so into hating this match. They booed Roman. They booed Jinder. They called, it was in Chicago, so of course they called CM Punk. Then they just started doing the wave. They were tossing a ball around. They said this is boring. They hated this match, and it was a bad match.
Well, I mean, when are they going to listen to the fans?
They're not with Roman. If you turn him heel, send him with Heyman, as we said on the back of the garbage truck before, something might come of it. I don't want another Shield reunion. I don't want any of that. I want, The Rock reinverted with Roman, but he needs a mouthpiece.
Yep, he can't talk.
Next match, AJ against Shinsuke. This was the battle of nut shots between me and Paul. Paul had 3. I had 2. I win.
You win, but there were technically 3 attempts at nut shots. I would go with a tie, but I'll buy beer next week. Don't worry about it.
Oh, now we're going to do this. AJ wins, and I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this. Congratulations to AJ Styles for being the 2K19 cover boy for wrestling, which leads me into he's not going to lose the title for a long time, folks.
Nope. That's AJ's. That's the camp, and AJ's the champ.
A game comes out October 5th. So, where are we going to go?
But speaking of this match, that was a pretty high-risk move to end it for that phenomenal forearm off the top through a table. And the whole match was good. They were pretty much spot on. It
was a great match. You can tell they've worked together a lot. Not just in the last 3 months or so. They've had matches over in Japan. Shinsuke's a good worker. He just needs a better character in my book.
He does need help on the character part. I like some of the stuff that he does, but I don't like all of the stuff he does.
Right. His song's still amazing. No. Like, that might be my new doorbell coming next week. It's not going to be the Spice Girls when you come. It might be Shinsuke. I don't know. Moving ahead, let's jump to the men's ladder match. No. Well, stop that. I better do the women's first because Paul's going to erupt.
Ladies before gentlemen, sir.
All right. So we were both wrong.
We both were wrong.
You actually had... So Sasha wasn't really in the match. She took some big bumps, and she was pretty much out of it. I don't know where Sasha's going, what's going to go on with Sasha, but I think she needs to go back to the BFF days when her and Summer Rain were in NXT and just being a complete badass.
Yeah, they're going to have to turn her heel.
Yeah.
She's got to do something.
Without a doubt. But Becky was right up there with Charlotte, and I thought, holy cow. If Charlotte wins, Paul's going to go nuts. But I'm glad Charlotte didn't win. Congratulations to Charlotte for getting into ESPN, the body magazine that they're doing, where they pose naked but they have stuff covered up. So she's in that. Touche.
She wins, we win, everybody wins.
So Alexa won and cashed in.
Alexa wins.
Yeah, Alexa actually wins. And props to Kelly, my wife, for calling both ladder matches. She hates Alexa Bliss. Despises her.
Well, the Bliss is back, and she's a champion now, so get used to her for a while.
It's great booking, though, Paul, because she's got 2 built-in feuds already.
Yes.
One with Nia Jax next month, and then maybe in a couple months with Ronda. So let's see what happens.
Men's ladder match.
Well, I will see you guys later.
Braun! The monster in the bank. Thank goodness that they gave it to Braun Strowman. This guy has been working his tail off. He should have beat Lesnar months ago for the title to get rid of the Maggot of the Month. But it didn't happen. But now he's got a chance. He can cash in whenever.
Side note is, when the hell is Brock coming back?
Who knows? Who cares?
Well, unless he's going to go to his house, rip his door off, pin him in his room,
That could happen, and
It would be great TV.
that's what I'm saying.
But we were both wrong on that because we both picked The Miz. I would have liked to see The Miz win, but I'm glad Braun did win. He does deserve it.
He does deserve it. I am ecstatic to see Braun win.
Monday morning, this guy was picking up garbage better than anybody you could imagine.
Even though I was tired because we do wake up pretty early.
Yeah, WWE, if you are listening to us, let's start these pay-per-views at like 5.
Yeah, hey, listen, you're in the PG era now, so let's go with the younger generation and put it on a little earlier.
I got a 12-year-old that was up until 11:30.
Whoa, Dad of the Year award, there you go.
We're heading to break.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Well, not to be a loser like Kurt Hawkins, but let's talk about Raw.
All right, Kurt Hawkins loses
Again,
to Bobby Roode.
it was fabulous.
He's glorious.
It was glorious.
Is he Michael Hayes now all of a sudden?
Where did that come from? It was glorious.
And this was a quick match. Thank God.
Filler.
Did not need to be on the card.
Oh, no.
What?
Well, your boy Mojo.
Yes! He's not my boy. You actually liked him and Ryder more than I did when they were bromance or
Well, that's
whatever.
because Zack Ryder is the man, and he'll always be the man.
Whatever.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know it.
You know it.
But yeah, your boy, no way is he going to win anymore.
Oh, that's not true. Mojo was just it was just because Mojo come back.
Yeah, he's not going to stay hyped anymore. He's going to stay focused.
Angry.
No, he said focused.
Focused.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
good for him.
He needs something as well. So, to start the show off, it's Bliss getting her title, and Ronda comes out madder than, a porcupine on a hot summer day on asphalt. I don't know. Something like that.
That's a pretty good analogy, I don't think. But go ahead.
And Ronda just goes nuts.
Yeah, hitting everybody with a briefcase.
Like, what did Kurt Angle do?
He was supposed to be her friend.
I think I'm your friend and you haven't hit me with a briefcase?
You haven't made me want to do that yet. It'll happen someday.
Yet. So, this is where, going back to Money in the Bank, I was for Ronda. She was looking good. I've just lost respect. I'm done.
They gave her 30 days off. It makes her look like she's part-time. I'm guessing that 30 days is to fine-tune her talent.
Yeah.
I think they seen how fast she was, and they're like, you can't be that fast.
She actually is able to return 2 days after Extreme Rules, which is in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to go.
No, I'm not going to be able to go.
I'd like to, but so it's 2 days after Extreme Rules, which sets up for a bigger pay-per-view of SummerSlam for Ronda Bliss. Which, okay, I'm all right with, but stop suspending her or keeping her off TV because she does look like she's part-time.
Next up, Jinder Cable. Not anything to write home about.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Jinder wins.
Jinder wins. Where do you want to go next?
The Braun KO thing was fun, but I don't know where it's going.
I don't know where it's going either.
He wanted him to be a partner. He wanted to be his friend. This, that, and the other thing. KO's not good with friends.
It's more looking like Finn Balor and Braun Strowman are going to be watching each other's back more than KO and Braun Strowman.
Right.
Within the last couple of weeks, it's always been Braun and Finn, and whether they're battling back and forth or teaming up, they work pretty well together.
They do. Props to KO, by the way. We missed this in the Money in the Bank segment. He fell about 900 feet off of that ladder through tables. That was a hell of a bump.
It was a good bump. And he's probably hurting
Probably still today.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would still think so today. Next up, Let's talk about the leaders of the world. They had a match against... really? They had a match against Slater and Rhino. And the match itself was worthless. The leaders of the world win. Setting up for great parody segue by the B team.
The proposition of optimal propaganda from the B team.
Wait, just stop.
I tried.
It was good. They're number one contenders.
The B team is gold.
Right now, they are hot. They are hot. If they're not selling white t-shirts with a B on them at WWE events,
I'm going to make my own.
You're ridiculous. That's $30 profiting from a Hanes t-shirt.
For a Hanes t-shirt with a B sharpied on it.
Have Ethan sit here just putting a B on all of them and send them a ticket to something.
It's a great plan.
It is. Bayley Sasha. We're saving the big news for later, but Bayley Sasha against the Riot Squad. They're trying to patch things up, but you see, and my God, it is finally broken. Thank the Lord Jesus, because this has been a match I've wanted since NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 years ago. They put on a 60-minute match. It's going to happen again. They put on great matches. I love both of them. I won't be able to root for either one of them. This is a great feud. Let's get it going.
The Boss is a better heel. And I think this is what they don't do with the women enough. They don't have enough heels.
Right.
Like actual heels. Like you need a bad person. The Riot Squad right now is just they're the NWO. They're taking over little by little, and I get that, but
just the Bayley right now.
Yeah.
Just the Bayley.
And you need an actual heel.
Yeah.
Like let's get some anger and some I don't know.
Gusto.
Ooh, that's a good word. Gusto.
Next, Kurt comes out, and by the way, the Riot Squad wins that match. Kurt comes out, makes an announcement that there's going to be a number one contenders
tournament?
Not a tournament, just like a match where there's a bunch of guys. He doesn't say how many guys, but he does tell Lashley and Roman, and then they're both in it.
Well, maybe they'll put Elias in it since they kind of boned him over on the Intercontinental Championship.
And Elias does come out and sings his sorrowful woe song, saying that he's not going to go after the Intercontinental Championship and he'd like to battle Brock. So hopefully he's in it.
Let's hope so. Speaking of why he got screwed over, Rollins and Ziggler. Rollins open challenge. Listen, I'm the man. Come to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Woo!
There it is. Rollins put it out there. I don't think he was 100% after his Elias match from the night before.
I don't think so either. And Ziggler, 6-time Intercontinental Champion.
With a handful of tights, let's roll him up.
I'm happy about it. Ziggler, you said it, and a couple other people have said it. Ziggler, McIntyre, Michaels, Nash.
Oh, that's definitely a Diesel bodyguard right there.
Right? I love it. And let's keep Ziggler relevant.
Yeah. I mean, he's been relevant, but he needed someplace to go, and I think this is the best place for him to go. Even his tights. Did you see his tights? They're pink with it says heel turn or something on them.
Nice. Heel turn, by the way. Great shirts and hats. Make sure you check them out.
Is that good? Nice plug.
It was a nice plug. Zaya Brooks side.
Well, that pretty much does it for Raw.
Sorry, I was drinking another tasteful beer.
We will go to SmackDown after this.
Yeah, send it to SmackDown.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad!
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Without pie on our face, welcome back to Can Crushers. Paige, at the end of SmackDown, getting pied by a fan, Paul.
I mean, let's be respectful to people. Whether Paige is or isn't overweight, she's not. She's an athlete still. She's still working out. But a fan threw a pie in her face and told her to eat up. Or something along those lines. Why would you do that as a human being? Grow the hell up.
They're putting on a show for you. Be a better person. Stop it.
I get that you don't like them, but in the end, you got to treat people with respect.
Right. So Paige does come out, start SmackDown, and says there's going to be a 5-way gauntlet match at the end of the show to have a number 1 contender for AJ's championship, and it was great at the end.
But we'll get to the end in a minute. Mella comes out with Ellsworth. Well, Mella comes out. And then Asuka too.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Comes out.
Mella, first of all, yells psych like it's 1995. Psych! Okay. But I just have to comment on her sweet gear. Did you see it? Silver money printed all over because Mella's money. Wow, some of the stuff she's doing is crazy. She also says she's a better wrestler than Mother Teresa.
Well, I mean, Mother Teresa was like 90 years old, so it couldn't be that hard.
So Asuka 2 comes out and dances around, and then the main Asuka comes out and kicks Ellsworth in the face, and then
gets the money boot, money shot. What does she call?
I hope it's not called the money shot.
I think Mella should call it the money shot.
All right, she gets the money shot and she's laid out. That brings us to Becky Lynch against the Iconics, more or less. I love the Iconics. They put on a great show vocally.
Wrestling-wise, not so much.
They're not ready yet.
Not yet.
Becky picks up the win she's needed.
Up next, we have Jeff Hardy
calling out Shinsuke because the first time ever they wrestled, he didn't like the first time ever they wrestled.
No, because he got kicked in the head. Well, he got low blowed and then kicked in the head. But it woke something up in Mr. Hardy, and we seen the Willow face.
The Willow face is back, and Shinsuke answers later on in the night and says, I'll get you. I'll get you.
The Woken thing's coming all around, I think.
I think so, too.
You're going to get a couple more in this whole Woken group, which will be nice.
Right. 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, you know. Next up, the big debut of Sanity. You know,
that was just a stomping, man.
Yeah.
That wasn't a debut. That was a stomping.
The Usos are good now?
Well, they flip-flop. They're fan favorite enough that you can go either way with them. They could be bad guys. They could be good guys.
They could be the guy.
Wow.
Rematch, Bludgeon Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. Same thing happens as the pre-show.
This wasn't really a match. It was just a beatdown. But what really happened was the gauntlet match started next, and as the Bludgeon Brothers are walking out, yes!
Daniel Bryan comes in.
Yes!
It was like old Iron Sheik Slaughter thing where they met for the first time as they crossed. There was a huge stare down between those two, and you wondered where it was going.
What? Where did it come from?
Right. It's because Big Cass was fired and they don't have anything to do with Daniel Bryan. See you, Big Cass.
Ooh, that was excitement. I like that. I mean, let's keep rolling with it, though, because that gauntlet match deserves it. Big E and Daniel Bryan stole the whole match. You shouldn't have put them first.
No, match of both two shows.
For sure.
Big E's amazing.
The flexibility Big E showed as a big man, because he's a big dude. Very muscular. But some of the submission holds that Daniel Bryan had on him would have weakened a lesser man.
Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't stretch like that. I'm a big dude. I can't move like that.
He is a big dude. But Big E looked great. Lost. And Samoa Joe comes out against Daniel Bryan. Cheap way for the win. Daniel Bryan wins by count out.
Right?
I didn't like it.
And then comes
the Bludgeon Brothers just come in and beat the tar out of Daniel Bryan.
Out of nowhere. They give him the finishing mover. I don't know what it's called. It's like a powerbomb neck.
I don't like them, if you noticed.
They don't intrigue me at all.
No.
But so then Miz comes out, skull crushing finality.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan's done.
And then it's Miz against Rusev. Good match.
It was a good match. And then it's Rusev Day.
Aiden English, you're fired. Great booking, by the way. I said this first thing this morning before you even woke up your eyes on the back of the garbage truck. Great booking by WWE. They're giving Rusev Day at Extreme Rules.
Rusev Day!
Because he's not a SummerSlam match.
Which is sad because Rusev's a good wrestler. He's very technically sound. Like, he could go either way. But he does that same flop from good guy to bad guy, and you don't know which one he is. He's not the guy, but he's the guy for right now.
Right. That's going to set up what I think AJ Miz for a while. SummerSlam for sure. Something funny happens. Whatever's after that, because I'm not paying attention to pay-per-views. I said AJ's not losing the title until after the wrestling game comes out October 5th.
And you're probably correct.
So that's a 3-month run. Him and Miz. Miz carries it to WrestleMania. Something happens. Da-da-da-da-da.
Daniel Bryan, Miz, WrestleMania. You're hearing it here, folks.
Right? Can Crushers breaking the news. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Probably can't use that. That might have been trademarked.
Yeah, well, you only did it for 3 seconds, so we're good. If it would have been 5 seconds, we'd probably had to pay somebody some money.
Right. Speaking about paying some money, we're going to send it out for a quick break. Come back with our favorite segment of the show.
Tip of the day.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is our favorite part of the show because it's a garbage tip of the day. And we work hard. We like to make our job a little easier. And if we can help you help us make it easier, that's what we're going to do. We all have pets.
Mickey's right here.
I got Waffles and Watson at home. They'll probably listen with me tonight when we're eating dinner because they like listening to our show. It calms them down. It calms everybody down except for me and Mark because we get excited.
So slightly.
So, animal, your dog's going to go to the bathroom. It happens.
It happens.
The number 2, it happens. Happens to all of us. Everybody poops, Mark.
Everybody poops. That's a great book.
But we get rid of it in different ways. Humans, we flush it.
Right.
Dogs, we pick it up and we should put it in a bag. Seal it up and don't just throw your little baggie in the can.
Make another big bag.
Big bag. And we'll throw it away altogether.
The worst you could do is just placing the poop on top of all the other bags. Remember the tip last week how we throw garbage bags?
In like a crumpled up little ball of napkin or something? That doesn't stay in there. It's not magic poop. It doesn't just disappear in the napkin.
No.
We get dog poop on our hands, well, our gloves, regularly. And it's not a great situation for any of us.
Putrid. So, that's it.
That's pretty much a show.
That was quick. That was a quick 30-some minutes. Hey, don't forget, check us out on Facebook. Like us there. The podcast will always be tagged on there. You can...
Tweet our Twitter.
Paul's jumping on Instagram this week, he said.
I've been busy working on it.
Email cancrushers69@gmail.com.
iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Alexa. We're on all of them with this podcast.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and ask Alexa to play Can Crushers, and it will, which is pretty cool.
After I finish this great beer from Justin Placer, I think that we should go down to Padalano's place and get a slice of pizza from the official pizza
Chop.
The official, pizza chop of the Can Crushers.
Hey,
Padalano's place.
Thanks to everybody for listening. We had another great week. Continue to send in questions. Start sending in questions. We want them. We want to make a week of just answering what you guys have to us.
Because coming up in the next couple weeks of Raw and SmackDown, it's going to be boring.
Yeah, next week we're going to try maybe getting Jason Resides on here, setting something up. One of our biggest fans. All right, we got to send it out.
Remember What was our thing?
Just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things.
Because you're a garbage can, not a garbage cannot.
Wow, that was a struggle today.
I couldn't remember it. It was on the tip of my tongue, then it went away.